So Wuthering Waves just had their 2.3 patch preview the other day, and after giving it some time to digest what was presented, I wanted to see how the community is reacting to the patch as a whole. And oh boy, are there some strong opinions out there. With the new patch comes a new story quest, events, companion quests, two new limited characters being Chacona and the baddest girl on the block, Zany. Summer skins for Chang-Li and Carlotta, and an announcement for a future collab with Cyberpunk Edgerunner in 2026, and of course, the free rewards. It's majorly agreed upon that the amount of wishes being given to us is shockingly low, 37, which doesn't even get you half to hard pity. And with Curl announcing that all the limited characters will be reran through the entire patch, you better have saved up since the game launched in order for you to get all these characters, brother. Let's do some quick maths here. We have 12 characters, 1600 asteroid for 10 pulls, a total of 16 pulls total if you go to double hard pity, which equals to 307,200 asteroid to be guaranteed to get all 12 characters. Now, you could be extremely lucky and get all 12 characters in merely just 12 pulls. 12 characters for 12 pulls is just 1,920 asteroid. So you'll fall in between the realm of 1,920 to 307,200 asteroid, somewhere in the middle, with an average of 154,560 asteroid if you were to take the average. I also found it interesting that when you were given 37 pulls, multiply that by 160 asteroid, that's about 5,920 asteroid. If you divide that by the maximum of 307,200 asteroid to be guaranteed to get all 12 characters, you're about a little bit less than 2% there. After some more thinking, this is evidently their first or second, depending on who you are, huge mishap. The first could be attributed to their launch not being able to run on most players' devices. However, Curl has provided a bunch of apologems to hopefully keep their player base happy. Personally speaking, I had no issues since day one, aside from one simple instance of a memory leak, and I've been personally enjoying Wuthering Waves ever since. And to note, yes, I play both on PC and mobile. This being their first mishap for me, having their rewards being lackluster, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Yes, Curl messed up with these rewards. However, that shouldn't mean the entire patch is a wash. I also believe that Curl is a company that actually listens to the players' feedback and provides what they can to satisfy the majority of the player base. No, I'm not coping to say devs always listen, like this guy over here on our favorite gacha gaming subreddit. Nah, believe me, this Curl strat to hand out the free limited 5-star while farming clout. They will make the player base mad, and when everyone is talking about it, Curl will give a free limited 5-star as an act of apology along with 50 free pulls. Then Curl will once again trend with the magic word, devs always listen. Trust me, I'm a copium man. Like, I don't know if I'm misunderstanding this guy's points about Curl's underhanded tactics, but there is a reason why devs listen actually applies to Wuthering Waves and not Genshin or Hoyo. Speaking of which, we got another comment here saying, it's so funny seeing WuWa players turn on the game so quickly. Apparently, when you foster a community that trash talks other games, sooner or later they will turn on you too. Damn, who would have thought? Oddly ironic when the same community shits on anything else aside from Genshin Impact, and now HSR is in the mix as well. The Hoyo shills are coming out in full force today. Whenever Kuro or Wuthering Wave trips up once, they get stomped on hard. But when the shoe is on the other foot for Hoyoverse games like Genshin or HSR, all of a sudden it's all quiet on their western front. Got another one here for you. 10 of the 20 pulls will be given after Zany's banner ends, by the way. 29th of April to 18/9 May, pulls on 23rd of May. I specifically remember WuWa players mocking Genshin for having Lantern right after the Malvika banner. Time to see if they still glaze Curl for this. Yeah, so I didn't really understand what the first guy said regarding about the banners run. Maybe they just got their time wrong, or I don't know. I just don't know how to read what they were dishing out. Anyways, yeah, man. The same 10 pools that the player base gets whenever a new patch or character comes out and is split between the two new limited characters is the same as Genshin putting both the limited characters on the first half and giving you the currency in the second half, making it out of reach for the limited spotlight characters. It's just ridiculous to compare the two. It's like if McDonald's offered you a 2-for-1 deal for a Big Mac, but you don't get paid until next week, but the deal ends today. Hey, guess what? You're not eating today. And if you don't get that analogy, then my God, please seek some help. Then we get to some talks criticizing content creators about how their reaction towards the update wasn't up to par like they had for HSR. It's almost like they didn't get as upset or as angry as you prefer them to be, but they still stated that they were disappointed about the rewards. Like, look at this quote over here. I'm expecting the same energy from WuWa's CC on this that they had for HSR. And then this guy goes, I just checked St. Totas's reaction, and he was arguing with his chat how rerunning 10 banners wasn't predatory. And Tectone was also in full damage control. I don't watch them and actually have them blocked on Twitch and YouTube, but it was funny seeing their double standard in action. So let me get this straight. How do you know if Tectone's on full damage control? If you don't watch them and you have them blocked on Twitch and YouTube. Or like you cut one bit of St. Totas's reaction about the banners and you form a whole narrative about their actual stance. It's like, hey man, I heard you eat your own boogers and kick puppies for fun. Who did I hear it from? Oh, that guy down the street that has never met you or heard of you before. You just simply proved yourself wrong in the sentence right after the statement that you've made. That actually takes some serious talent there. You gotta tell me what type of drugs you're taking so I can stay off that dumbass train. Look, like them or hate them, they did not say any of these things. Go watch their gotcha cast. You can clearly see all the CCs were shitting on the rewards, and the only damage control that could be misconstrued was that they mentioned that the rest of the patch was actually decent. Like that they were excited for the events, like they were excited for the collab, like they were excited for the skins coming out. So I don't know where you got that from, but please seek help. Finally, I had the biggest what the fuck moment when digging through the responses and came across this little nugget. Feel free to pause here to read the entire novel, but I felt ill after reading the first sentence of the second paragraph. It sounds very ironic to say, but I actually am starting to appreciate how stingy Genshin is. I accept to not being able to get all limiteds. That is fine. I just go for those that seem appealing or exciting to me. I will tell you what I have learned over the time. Customers tend to have sticky expectations. They remember it well. Notice how they bring up 1.0 to 1.2 rewards. Yeah, I think it's okay to pin the blame on Curl in part because they set themselves up too much. It made people lounge. Lounge? What the fuck is a lounge?
Noun. A long rein on which a horse is held and made to move in a circle around its trainer.
It made people long for something similar for anniversary, and then it didn't happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have found him. The person who wants to be cucked by the corporation so bad and to be fed upon like the piggy that they are. Like, bro, it's crazy how one person will open themselves up like this and not expect to get shit on. Like, look at paragraph 4. It also means now, hopefully, some of you will realize that game should not solely be comprised of generosity, but also of various elements, such as story, gameplay, QOL, media, even if they have quote unquote better QOL than Genshin. I will not go back to WuWa because I did not like their story and gameplay direction, and I wish more people pay more attention to these aspects. But instead, we are perpetuating the whole QOL stuff and making fun of Genshin for lack of QOL. Even HSR is facing a bit of backlash now. And then despite having QOL because their core aspects are not satisfactory at times. QOL does not save a game, nor does it matter that much if your core game has serious problems. I realize Genshin could use some more QOLs, but that one can wait. Oh, oh boy, that was a slog to go through. So if QOL doesn't save a game that has serious problems, then all games should be dead. League of Legends, World of Warcraft, Genshin, HSR, Call of Duty, WuWa all have issues. They do not satisfy every gamer's desire in a game. It's fine if you don't like the game or gameplay of WuWa, but also saying that you realize that Genshin could use a few more QOLs but can wait is fucking brain dead ridiculous. Brother, it's been 5 whole ass years. The only wait for Genshin is either for it to die off or for you to grow up. Like, Jesus Christ, that is some brainless take that you've had. Honestly, researching the responses gave me such a stun lock. They must have rolled a natural 20 to cause so much AoE psychic damage. Finally, to summarize, am I defending Wuthering Waves? Hell no. Rewards are shit, but I can see the whole patch is not dead. Am I shitting on Wuthering Waves? Yeah, kinda. Dev should have known better and probably provides more. This may all be a let's hold off on rewards to stir up controversy so we get more notoriety before actually releasing the planned rewards to get back into the good graces of the players. Or if you guys actually take a moment, think about it, and apply Occam's razor here. For those who don't know what Occam's razor is, the definition is this: the simplest answer is most likely correct. Curl fucked up here, and now they're doing some damage control. They have proven themselves that they actually try to gather player feedback to better the community, while Hoyle doesn't do shit, even after the 3 wishes from Genshin's Lantern Rite in their 3rd anniversary. Hopefully the definition is simple enough to understand. Or has the razor caused too much slashing psychic damage? Anyways, I'm just going to end it there. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.